So my opponent control my lapel. So I'm gonna twist my arm like this. Look. So when I twist my arm, I'm gonna switch the grip here because I haven't controlled the collar. So I'm gonna use this hand on top of my arm here, on top of my hand. So look, I have the control here. Doesn't matter if my opponent is trying to posture up, guys. Okay, look, he's still feel the pressure. Okay, so now look, I'm gonna put my foot on the mat, move a little bit my hip. Look, put my foot here, and then look, I'm gonna do this. I need to bring my hip back, you know, to the mirror. Okay, look. Now I can put my foot on the mat. Look, I'm gonna use this sweep here, look. And then look, I like to keep my leg like this, because I have the pressure here. I can do the pressure here and on the arms, okay? So my opponent control here. I'm gonna twist my arm like this. Look. Got the position here. I'm gonna use this arm here on his shoulder. Control his shoulder. I need to grip. Okay, guys. I'm just post my hand like this. Okay? So now I'm gonna open my guard, move a little bit my hip, put my foot here. Okay, guys. So when I put my foot here, I'm gonna use I need to bring my hip back like this. Okay? Now I can put my foot on the mat, or if you guys want, you guys can keep it here. Doesn't matter if you guys want to do it here, okay guys? So just keep open here. Okay, now look, I prefer to keep my leg on the back. Okay? Because here guys, he's feel the pressure, you know? He's feel the pressure on his neck. Okay? Especially when they keep standing, when they keep like this. Okay, look. I stand my leg and use the pressure.
You have it too often with the arm.
Yeah. Or I can finish them both, you know? On the neck and the double pressure, you know?
Yeah.
So alright guys, so now my opponent try to stand up. So my opponent gonna try to control my hand, or what do you like? Control the hand? Yeah. So he control my hand. Look, I'm gonna control his sleeve. So now look, he's gonna try to stand up. So when he's stand up, automatically gonna try to posture up. Okay guys? So look, I'm gonna underhook his leg. So when I underhook his leg, I try to sweep him, but he have a good base here, and I cannot sweep him, okay guys? So now guys, I need to use my hip, okay? I'm gonna use my hip to bump him, okay? Now, I need to take his foot out to sweep him, look. When I do this, look, automatically, I can sweep him. So look, when I here, I'm gonna try to come on top like this.
Yeah.
So look, I control the sleeve, and he's gonna control my sleeve to to stand up. Look. When he stand up, look. I underhook his leg, okay, like this, and I'm trying to sweep him, but he's a very strong. Okay, guys. So I need to keep my hip close his belly. So when I use my pressure, when I use my hip to pressure on his belly, look, when I do this pressure here, look, pay attention on his foot. I'm gonna take his foot off the mat, look. It's so simple to sweep, guys. Okay? So look, I'm gonna come on top. Okay? Alright, so we're gonna try to stand up. Look, when he stand up, look, he posture up. So I'm gonna underhook his leg, okay? So I'm gonna use my hip to do a pressure on his belly, look. And at the same time, I'm gonna come up on top. Okay? Vou fazer mais rápido. Vai. Não. Great. Vai lá. Alright guys, so my opponent stand up, okay? So this time guys, my opponent step back and now I cannot try to underhook his leg, okay? So I'm gonna try to underhook the other leg, okay guys? So now I need to move my hip, okay? To do this movement, okay? To turn my hip, you know, like this, look. So when I do this, now I can underhook his leg like this. Hey, look. When I underhook his leg, look. It's so simple to sweep him. Because he's not comfortable here, you know?
Yeah.
So I can come on top. Look, he's stand up. Now he step back. Okay, look, when he step back, I'm gonna let it go the grip. Okay, move a little bit my hip like this. Okay, so look. Now guys, if you guys cannot do this, you guys can open the guard to do this, you know? Because it's so simple when you guys open the guard, you know? Look. That's secret on this position, you know? When you guys open the guard, you guys can turn the hip. Okay? This side here. Okay, so he's stand up. So when he's stand up, he step back. I cannot underhook his leg. Okay, I'm gonna move my hip like this. So I'm gonna open my guard. Okay, look, I can turn like this, you know. So look, now I can let it go here and force my hand on the mat and got them out. Ok? Agora eu vou mostrar mais rápido. Vai. Alright guys, so now I'm gonna use his lapel to sweep. Okay? So look, I'm gonna open his lapel, okay? So I'm gonna control his collar more deep as I can. Okay? So when I pull him to me, look. When I pull him to me, I'm gonna hug him. Look. When I hug him, I'm gonna switch the grip more deep as I can. Okay? So we're gonna try to posture up, man. Come on, more as you can. Okay, look. He tried to posture up. Look, I'm gonna switch again. So look, I'm gonna move a little bit my hip, switch again. Look. When I hear it's not comfortable, I'm gonna try to use his arm to escape. You can try to escape here. Look. I'm gonna try to escape, but he cannot. Look. I'm gonna grab on his wrist, moving his arm like this, underhook, his armpit, open my guard, move a little bit my head, use my foot to sweep him like this. So here, I got the 2 points from the sweep and 4 points from the mount. Okay guys, so I have the 6 point here. So now, I can sit and get his back. Look, I can get the 4 more points. The total points is a 10, okay guys? So look, I'm gonna control his collar and grab more as deep as I can, pull him to me like this,